Hello, South Mountain. Welcome back, Jaguars. I hope that your spring break was restful and you're rejuvenated for the fourth quarter of the school year. I come to you today with some information related to testing that will be occurring during the fourth quarter at the Mountain. And so I want to take a little bit of time to explain to you about AZ Merit, AIMS Science, as well as advanced placement testing, because I know all of you will be impacted by that in some way. I also want to spend a little bit of time talking about something new that we're doing at South Mountain this year related to Arizona Merit and building in some incentives for our students to help motivate participation as well as a high level of effort on the Arizona Merit. So let's start with the Arizona Merit testing schedule. And so the AZ Merit is going to take place. We have 7 days of AZ Merit testing, and for most of you it's going to take place on 3 days. April 2nd, April 3rd, and April 4th. And so the way we're going to do it this year is we're going to do it first thing in the morning. I know last year, the last 2 years, in fact, we've done it in a block schedule where you've tested in your English or math classes. This year we're going to do it first thing in the morning. We recognize that as you go during the school day, if you're taking an AZ Merit 8th period, you're probably a little tired. Your brain may not be as fresh, and so we want to test these high stakes tests first thing in the morning so that you're ready to go and you can perform your best. And so on April 2nd, we'll be doing the Arizona Merit writing test for our freshmen and our sophomores. So those of you that are in freshman English and sophomore English, you're going to take the writing test on April 2nd. Juniors, if you're in an Algebra 2 class, you're going to take, or actually an Algebra 3-4 class, you'll be taking the Algebra 2 test on April 2nd. Then the next day we'll have a little bit of a rotation, so those students that are in freshman classes, so our freshmen in our ELA 9 classes, so freshman English, you're going to take your algebra test. So it'll be kind of a flip-flop back to math. You'll take Algebra Part 1 and 2 on April 3rd. Those that are juniors, you'll be taking your English Language Arts AZ Merit, the writing piece, on April 3rd. And then finally, our sophomores, you'll finish the Arizona Merit reading test on April 3rd as well. And so that day will be busy. Everybody's going to have a little bit of a different testing schedule on that day, but the chunk of time will be in the morning. Each day it's going to run from 8 o'clock to 11:20 so that you've got enough time to perform your best and give your full effort. AZ Merit campus-wide will conclude on April 4th, and on that day our freshman students will finish their reading part of the Arizona Merit, and our juniors will complete the reading part of the Arizona Merit. And then our sophomores, those in geometry, will take their geometry Arizona Merit test on April 4th. And so each day, depending on which courses you're in, you're going to take some form, some version of the Arizona Merit. And again, that's April 2nd, April 3rd, and April 4th. Please ask your English and math teachers as well as your advisors to review the schedule and look at it so you know what's coming up. It's going to be here before you know it, and we want you to be prepared and ready to go. In the afternoon on those days, we will have class. And so the class periods will be 50 minutes, so you'll have enough time to work with your teachers on the content and participate on those 3 days. So associated with Arizona Merit, I want to talk about an incentive program that we've come up with at South Mountain High School. And it's related to not only your grades and your performance on the test and trying to make a connection there for you so that if you do well on Arizona Merit, you score proficient or highly proficient, which are the ratings that the state comes up with, you can actually get a letter grade bump. And so I'm going to kind of just show you this real quick. So this is an Arizona Merit incentive form that you might have seen from your English teacher, your math teacher, maybe even your advisor. And so you'll notice that for those of you that score highly proficient or proficient, you can actually get a letter grade increase. And so those students that had a B can get an increase to an A. Those students that had a C can get an increase to a B. And for our students that maybe didn't pass the class, if you score proficient or highly proficient, you could get a C in the class because the state tells us that those tests are end of course tests for proficiency. And so if you show that you're able to do it, then we're going to honor that level of understanding in English and math with a letter grade of passing. Now, for those of you that that score high and you do well, we've got some individual incentives built in for you. And so on the back side of this form, there's actually a scale score. This is kind of the score that the state puts together for you. And so when you get your AZ Merit score, you get points. And so there's a whole range of points, and then that's how they determine if you've scored proficient, highly proficient, or even minimally or partially proficient. And so all we've done is we've taken those points and we've built incentives. And so for those students that have scored really well, they've scored enough points, we actually have free prom tickets to give away to our 10th grader and 11th graders. And so for that one, you need to have 6,290 points. So you take your scores, you add them together, and then those are the points that you get to use towards these incentives. Some other incentives we have are graduation cord. So those students that are graduating, our 11th graders, if you want to get a graduation cord to signify that you've scored proficient or highly proficient on AZ Merit, you can do that, and then you get to wear that during graduation. Pretty cool when you look back and look at those pictures. And then graduation cap and gown. So we know that the graduation cap and gown can be expensive to purchase, and so for those students that score and receive enough points, you're able to leverage those points to actually get a free cap and gown. For our younger students that aren't graduating so close, we have a free phone to give away to students that earn enough points. We also have some free ID, where those students that have enough points, you can get a free ID from our bookstore, as well as take a new ID picture. I know some of our juniors and seniors might be looking at their ID picture and wondering, man, I've grown a lot over the last 4 years, because maybe you haven't gotten a new ID picture in 3 or 4 years. And so this way you can get a new picture for free. You can look good on your ID picture and go and get that done in our bookstore. And then finally, we're going to set up a VIP area in our lunchroom for those students that score enough points, and you want to leverage those to get access to the VIP lunchroom. You'll be able to go and use a special window just for our VIP to get your food, as well as kick back and enjoy the VIP area in the lunch area. So just some incentives we want to build in for you guys. It's really important for us that you do well. We want you to be invested. We know that you are. We know that you're going to do your best. And so we want to honor your hard work over the last year or even last 2 and 3 years as that you have learned the English and math concepts being tested. So in addition to that, we've also have some school-wide goals. And so one of our big goals is related to participation. We need 95% of our students to participate in the Arizona Merit Test. If we do that, we are going to do a full school advisory release where we will have advisory period release for all students, as well as lunch. We'll set up a fair, and we'll have popcorn and dunk tanks and do something fun to honor your hard work and participation in the Arizona Merit. Do something to show that we really appreciate your guys' hard work. And so we'll do that next school year. All of these rewards are going to be given out next school year. Our seniors that are watching this, you're lucky you don't have to take the AZ Merit. You guys have already done your part over the last 3 years, so thank you for that. And this is really for our freshmen, sophomore, and junior students. And so you'll be able to use these points as well as get letter grade changes next school year if you reach the threshold. And we'll have our fair next year as well. And then finally, if we show an increase on all 6 of our tests, our goal is to have 3% increase in the number of students that have scored the proficient range. On September 17th, every single student in the school is able to get into the football game for free. There'll be no cost. We'll make sure that our pep band and our marching band and our student government make this a really fun football game early in the year to celebrate the hard work and cheer on the Jaguars. So these are just some incentives that we've set up for students because we recognize how hard you're working, and we want to honor that and give you an opportunity to get something back for yourself and also for the school. So after Arizona Merit, we have AIMS Science. And AIMS Science is for those students that are in a biology course. We have a very small list of students, and so there's 41 students right now that are in biology. So if you're watching, we know you're going to do your best. We know you're going to work hard in preparation for the AIMS Science test. And so you're going to take that on April 17th. And any students that have missed that will have a week to be able to get you to finish up your AIMS Science test. But we know you're going to do your best. And so we're going to be cheering you on as you take the AIMS Science. Finally, advanced placement testing. So advanced placement testing will start on May 8th and it will conclude on May 17th. We have a lot of different advanced placement courses, everything from chemistry to statistics to world history, U.S. history. And so to those students, we say good luck. We know your teachers are getting you ready for those advanced placement, really college exams. And so good luck. We're here to support you. We believe in you. And those students that are interested in learning more about advanced placement, go see your counselor and talk to them about what advanced placement courses you could take next school year and in the future. And you could actually be getting college credit right now while you're in high school if you score well on the advanced placement tests. So thank you, Jaguars. Again, welcome back from spring break. We know that you're going to do your best during the month of April. It's a very big month for South Mountain High School. We know you'll do your best. We believe in you. We're here to support you. And if you have any questions, please ask your advisor. Please come see me, Mr. Lersch. I'm in the front office. You'll see me out during lunch, or any of the other assistant principals, or Mr. Goldford, our principal. We're here to support you and answer your questions. We're also happy to talk with your parents about the testing schedule. And we're going to be having a parent night. We'll release that information to your parents and to you so that they can come and ask questions related to state testing. Again, best of luck. Go Jaguars.